lay our third fall. Woo! Let's go! Put it on that guy. On MAJA. Hey there! How you doing? Thanks for stopping by, guys. Seriously, it means the world. So, we have an Abzan sort of counter, sort of weird kind of take on a deck here. Of course, it is going to be Kaldheim standard. I am Mythic rank. I don't know really what I'm doing, but I did get up there to that level of play, and I've experienced some of the better decks in the meta along the way. So I think this deck is appropriately so. I don't even know what I'm saying. But we have 3 colors in the deck, so really it's about making sure the mana curves out nicely, and we have a lot of low drops. So let's go ahead and get into it. It's a second spell deck. So the thing that's strange is we have a focus on small creatures and, hitting the second spell. But we do have a fair number of cards that, cost a decent amount of mana that are not going to allow us to lay that second spell. So I don't know necessarily if it's super synergistic, but we had a good amount of success and the gameplay was very fun today. So you can kind of see we have Conclave in here, right? The counter king. You've seen enough of him, but then we'll take a look at some other cards like Bloodsky, Berserker, right? So it's gonna get 2 counters every time you cast a second spell, and I'll get back to him in a second. He also gains Menace. Okay, Clarion Spirit, another great creature in this deck. We're gonna get a 1/1 every time we cast our second spell. So that's gonna put a lot of chunk blockers. Hopefully that we're gonna be able to grow via other means such as Code Spell Cleric, which we have 3. If you haven't read him, when he is the second spell, you get a counter. So that's going to be 2 counters with Conclave. But if we are to, start getting some stuff out, putting counters with Fall of the Imposter, buff them up with MAJA, they can do a decent amount of damage and just be a very annoying, constant, threat and chunk blocker at the same time. We have a good amount of removal. So we have 4 Mythos of Nethroi. Of course, if you're running Abzan, I think you should run this card in almost any Abzan deck. It's good as long as you have those 3 manas, you can hit anything. Yes, yes, yes. Fall of the Imposter, we get to see be an all-star. We have 3. The first 2 sagas get you a counter. You exile a creature with the greatest power among creatures your target opponent controls. So it's really just a removal spell in green-white, which is crazy. Plus 2 real good first triggers. We have 2 Grakmaws. Of course, his ability is very interesting. If you haven't seen him, he sort of dies and becomes a creature based on how many counters he had. So that's pretty cool. And then Nissa's in here to sort of add some diversity of threat. Polukranos can take out flyers, which is 3 mana ability, and anything that might get sort of annoying. Plus, it adds a way to, to remove cards from our graveyard that maybe we don't want the opponent to steal. And also just, gives us an alternate way of getting a threat to the field without tapping out completely. That's always good. Very versatile card. And yes, so between these 2 guys here, we have MAJA to sort of follow him up. MAJA is 2 whites, so you could run like 2 Elspeths instead. 2 Elspeth Conquers Death. But I wanted to try this new card. It also gives you a reason when you top deck lands in the late game, you at least benefit something. It's going to be basically a 2/2 white Human Warrior token because you're buffing it up as well. So it's an interesting card. I think its body could be a little better. I think it should have been like a 2/5, right? That would have made it a lot more playable for me because it can get like Fire Prophesied and stuff, Scorching Dragon Fired and stuff. The Tundra Fumarole, whatever, that's going to start becoming, I think, a relative card very easily. So I don't know. It's just a little bit low on the toughness. The mana base, we have 3 of the Triumphs, 4 Fabled Passages, and a bunch of the new little split lands and stuff. So that's cool. Conclave is going to be constantly putting out counters, right? And then Bloodsky Berserker is going to sort of get you where you need to be and get in for a big swing, maybe like 8 damage out of nowhere, or force them to block with 2 guys, right? Blood Chiefs, you could run more if you wanted. I like having the Blood Chiefs early to help us trigger that second spell and start getting these triggers going. Usher of the Fallen is a card I didn't go over. You can create a 1/1 if you have nothing better to do. It gives us an outlet late in the game or early, and we want creatures to sort of chunk block and have targets to put counters on and such. Now, it's not perfect. You could run Luminarch Aspirant. You could just go straight Selesnya, and this guy could be your win con in that deck very easily. But I wanted to run Abzan, and I think it's a cool take on it, one you probably haven't seen. Now, we weren't like blowing people out of the water by any means, but we were in control of the games. We did lose one. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the video. So if you'd like to just go ahead and get gameplay, we will in a second. But thank you so much for being here. And don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps me out a lot. I'm going to make a ton more Kaldheim content in the near future. I'm brand new to YouTube. I want to hit a big 10 subscribers. So if I can get to 10 subscribers, that'd be cool. Maybe I'll go for 20 next time. Anyway, guys, let's get into the gameplay. Alright, so here we are, guys, against Jargon Grimjaw, my fiercest arch enemy. We go way back. So, guys, pretty good deck. We're going to take a look at some of the pieces today, of course. And it is 3 colors, so we're going to take a look at the mana base and see if we can sort of curve out nicely. We do have to lead with the white, but we'll take it. So, Usher of the Fallen. Kind of one of my new favorite cards. I went ahead and got the extended art. Very, very boosted. You know, a 2-power, one drop in white is already good, and then to have an ability attached to it, definitely playable. Okay. Of course, you know, we can't follow it up and get the code spell trigger. So the code spell, whenever it enters the battlefield, if it was the second spell, you're going to put a counter on a target creature. If it was the second spell. So, can't be the third. Obviously, can't be the first. So, you kind of have to play around that. We do have 3 Bloodchief's Thirst, which will help us, you know, use our blacks in order to do that, which we'll see right now. Go ahead and put the counter on the Usher, so as to start getting in some massive damage. Not massive damage, but, you know, 3 damage for a 1/1 is good stuff. So, yeah, not bad so far, guys. I'm so excited for Kaldheim. We have an amazing card in our hand. So, Fall of the Imposter. You put a counter on up to 1 target creature for the first 2 sagas. So, being that we're sort of a counter deck and we're a second spell deck, this is a perfect card for us. So let's go ahead and put that down. Go ahead and just start getting some damage. And yeah, this pressure early is really, really good. We have 2, you know, spells that will take out any non-land permanent in our hand. Be the Mythos of Nethroi, which is actually kind of one of the reasons to play Abzan still. Even though Kaldheim is a lot of fun, we're going to play this card for Mycoria because it's very, very good. As long as you have those 3 types of manas, you can hit anything, essentially. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. What we're going to do here is we're going to swing and then use its ability to just get a little 1/1 action. So we do have a lethal. Whew. Fast-paced stuff. Alright, the opponent seems to be at one of those moments where he doesn't have an answer. He's like, well, is it possible if I draw that 1 card? Maybe he does. Maybe he needs a second black here or something. Hit him with the Yurgo, because that's how we play Magic. Because if I was sitting across from somebody, I'd want him to let me know what's going on. Alright, so we got a Canopy Tactician after all of that. Boom! I don't think he realized how that works. Let's go ahead and we waited that whole time. I don't think he read the card. So that's the benefit of having new cards in the deck, but also that it is just a good card in a vacuum. Anyway, let's get into the next one, guys. Cool, so that first one was real good, actually. We got to see the power of Fall of the Imposter. Of course, we have Conclave in this deck, so that's sort of the intended target, right? With a Conclave on the field, we're getting, 4 counters out of the card. Speak of the devil. And we have 2 tapped Triumphs. Not bad. Go ahead and take that. Of course, lead with the Triumph. Follow up with a Clarion Spirit, baby. Whenever you cast your second spell, you create a 1/1 with flying. So it's an engine. It's a 2-drop 2/2, which is already pretty good. Oh, look at that. Usher the Fallen. And we get to do all this stuff. So let's go ahead and get this guy down. Let's see if he's running a similar deck. Being that we went first, that's a little advantageous. And we'll take it. Of course, we can't lay 2 spells next turn. It's a little bit of an unfortunate thing here. Ooh, now we can. In fact, I did that wrong. We should have led with the Conclave. But we did luck out there. As we get to see the power. Go ahead, put it here. Because I don't know. Because we don't know what to expect, and it's a flying body. So that's a little bit better. Maybe we get smacked in the face with a Maw of the Skyclaves right now, and we have a flying body. So that's kind of cool. We wouldn't use it to block right away, but at least we would be prepared. Now we can Nissa next turn. So obviously Nissa, I don't know if she belongs in this deck necessarily, but she fits the curve, and she adds a diversity of threat that I like very much. Being that they have Menace and we have the Bloodsky Massacre guy, Berserker, whatever. He also has Menace, so as long as you lay a second spell. So he can kind of get in for some massive damage. He's growing with counters, right? We have Conclave. He's going to be growing 3 counters every time, essentially. So he'll get in for like, 6, 7, 8, whatever it is, late in the game. And it's tacked on with a 3/3 Menace land. That's going to be 11 damage coming at you that they're going to have to devote a lot of blockers to. Cool, so there we go. Hit him with the Nissa. They don't have any answers for this. They're going to have to use a whole, a Banishing Light or an Elspeth on something like this. Go ahead and make that the dude. Let's swing with the Flyer and the Menace guy. We have more lands in hand, so we're not too worried about losing a land. Oh no, guys, he tapped him without blocking. Poor sap. Sorry, vibes. So he discarded a card for no reason, and then blocked the guy. Maybe he didn't realize about the Menace. That's unfortunate. Makes for bad gameplay. But we gotta see how the deck functions. I'll make the decision to put it in or not. Season Hollow Blade. Okay, let's just take it. Nissa can survive. We're not so worried about the -5. As much as getting one more turn out of her there. Let's get to the other white. In case we hit that one Elspeth or something, we will be fine. Go ahead and just do this now. I think we just go ahead and swing at everybody. I don't know. I doubt they would have blocked the code spell. It probably was fine to swing with the code spell as well. That's a lot of damage. GG's. Alright, so unfortunate about that misplay that he made. You know, if he was to block with the Season Hollow Blade, we would have obviously used the Menace to take advantage there and kill one of the other guys, allowing us to still swing in. I'll probably throw it in because I think we still would have won, in all honesty. But anyway, let's move to the next one. Alright, so hopefully we can get like one more real good game in here. Kind of before I go to kind of showcase the rest of the deck. Cards that we haven't really got to see yet. Okay. Boom. The Vest 18. Okay, so we can Clarion next. Yes, sir. Not bad, not bad. So we can Mythos of Nethroi that Griffin Ari if it does prove to be a problem. And then, of course, we just kind of want to get another Clarion and then, you know, hopefully top deck like a 1/1 or something. I think we might need, yeah, we need a, you know, a shorter end of the curve to really trigger that stuff. Too many cards in here, I think. Alright. Go ahead and just buff up the Clarion while we can. It's a serviceable enough body. Well, it looks like we're approaching MAJA relatively okay in this game. I think we get down this guy. We could have waited to delay him, but kind of want to see how he'll react to it too. So it looks like he wants to start, you know, triggering the Splendor Mare to start getting his little angels and stuff. So yeah, perfect. Let's get rid of both of them. So he knows the last trigger is just going to exile something, so that's good. And then boom, he got bigger as well. Nice little synergy there. Nice little synergy there, you know what I'm saying? Fall of the Imposter, really, really good. Not bad at all. Okay, so I think we just hit him with another one. Yeah, we gotta see how powerful this card can be. This might be one of my this might be my new favorite card. Crying out loud. For crying out loud, it's not bad at all, is it? Oh my gosh. Okay. Not bad. So he drew a card. He's got 5 cards in hand. One of those is probably a removal spell for Grakmaw. So we want to get in. Do we want to remove that Griffin? That's always an interesting question, right? I think what we do is we remove the Griffin. I know that seems silly, but we want to get the 6 damage in. And, you know, we have to deal with it eventually. Of course, if he gets another Griffin, we can just exile it. So we're, you know, we're stopping him cold here. He only is out at 3 mana as well, so we kind of want to hit this next mana so we can get MAJA down. Then every land at least is relevant. That's kind of why I really like MAJA. There goes that. Popping them. Get our green. Boom, baby. Okay, okay, okay. Let's go. Nevest 812. Nevest 812, baby. Oh no! Yeah, I'm not so scared of the anointed chorister. I can't lie. I'm not so terrified right now. What is this deck? Oh my goodness. What is this deck, man? So that's cool. Get our little 1/1. Lay our third fall. Woo! Let's go! Put it on that guy. On MAJA. Okay. Let's go ahead and get in. So if he blocks a 7, we're getting in for 3. Then we put him at a pretty good life total, one that we might be able to kill him at if all our dudes get in, which might be really cool. So we do have a Mythos. Oh no! Okay. Yeah, we're gonna take 2 from the Bone Crusher, but we can get on in, can't we? He doesn't know we have this, so we are golden. Golden people. Alright, go ahead and bop this guy. Alright, good game. Alright. Not bad. Alright, so we got to see a lot of pieces of the deck. I think we got to see that it's not perfect, but we do have some alternate win cons, all that good stuff. I think let's go ahead and get into the wrap-up, guys. Yo, so you made it to the end, guys. Thank you so much. Awesome. We kind of got to see, right, that the deck isn't perfect, and maybe the second spell sort of synergy isn't really needed. I like the idea of getting counters. I like Conclave. I like these two kind of working together in an Abzan shell. That's fun. Of course, Grakmaw is a good card, and we got to see how powerful Fall of the Imposter really is. So that's awesome. Mythos of Nethroi, great card. It proved itself very well. I think Nissa is okay in this deck. Adding a diversity of threat. Polukranos is okay. MAJA we don't necessarily need in this one. I think Elspeth would have been better in a lot of situations. And I don't know about Code Spell. Of course, the text is intended for a second spell, but I don't even know in this deck with that counter if it's worth it. Maybe just 4 Blood Chiefs to sort of ensure we can stick some of these creatures. Maybe take out Clarion and add some other counter synergy. But, you know, being that my intention was to give you guys a decent enough shell to work with and sort of show you some of the new cards, I think we did that today, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much. Have a blessed one. See you on the next video. All right, guys.